So a very good evening to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for the finale of the Indian Debating League 2.0. The opening today hinges on two important points. Okay. First things first, this year we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav in our 75th year of independence. I'm sure you heard that enough. But I do want to go back to the fact that India as a civilization was powering 30% of the global economy in the 17th century. But at independence, we were ranked 142nd in the GDP sequence. Wasn't a reflection of our vibrant past. But from those basic challenges that we were discussing during our independent year, which is 1947, from illiteracy to poverty, we are now in a super special year. You're in a great year to be here. For India has become the world's largest economy. In fact, our financial digital infrastructure is so powerful that it's an inspiration to the US Fed, which influences not only the US economy, but the flow of money across the world. Now, this is just one aspect of the story of resurgent India, which we have tried to cover in this year's theme. For everybody else, and you all know this, you've gone into the 3 rounds from reimagining culture, where we want to make sure that you all connect to the roots that you come in from and take pride where you played in the qualifiers, aspirational India, where we all enjoyed seeing you guys debate in Asian parliamentary format, focusing on the resolution, not the conflict between the states that were in direct conflict on those issues like border disputes, labor migration. And I've heard that you've all enjoyed debating on that. But the last and not the least was the possible pathways as the last sub-themes for the semi-finals, finals, because we wanted to make sure that you're constructively proposing models and policies to make things better for the country. And we wanted to make sure you have a global perspective and expectations that are of the highest order. And hence we had the global panel of adjudicators. You saw 3 adjudicators adjudicating today, and you all gave them a tough time. And I thank you all for that adjudicators.
अभी मेरी Zoom meeting start हो गई.
So the global panel joined us from Italy, Germany, and obviously with India. But the second point that this opening is hinging on is the fact that I must confess, we did not visualize ourselves doing this online at all. We were very keen to see the semi-finalists and finals in Delhi, but air pollution got into the way. And, that's the same realization we don't have about the urgency of the real problems that we are dealing with in this, not only in this nation, globally. The point is, I'm delighted that you all offered to host the Ideal in your cities, but, we're really hoping that you will get around to solving some of these problems as you grow up. Like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru said, our ex-Prime Minister, I may not have enough time for adults, but I have enough time for children, because we know children have a fresh perspective and a genuine way of trying to improve the world. And India and world's upcoming challenges will require that fresh thinking coming from all of you. So very happy Children's Day once again. You all have been very patient on this special day of yours, sharing it with us, because we also enjoy celebrating children every day at Ideal, the young minds. So this year, for Ideal 2.0, witnessed approximately 1,500 matches across debaters from 18 plus states and union territories. It was personally very interesting for me to see debaters using their break time to continue to debate on the topic itself. Somewhere it touched them. The dynamic teams we saw across different schools worked better across the categories. This was very interesting for us to see. We were really humbled by so many parents and debaters setting up time with us to discuss how we build these skills further. Right? Those are the future skills. We are very proud to create that opportunity for you to build it further. So parents and educators who are joining us today, thank you so much for entrusting these young minds to us to take them on a journey to realize the power of their own thoughts. Debaters, I meet you enough and thank you enough. And that level of thanking will come in terms of many other tournaments that you'll have. So it has been an absolute pleasure to host you all, and I really thank you all on behalf of Team Mowgli for growing with us all. I do want to make sure that all of you look out for the launch of the Lord of Skills as a part of Ogli Universe. Kamal sir is going to talk about it in the closing. It's exciting, it's relevant. All of you have won today with this experience, but it's going to be time to tell you who's going in for which category, right? I'm sure we all are waiting for that, and you all are timing my opening so that it finishes. So without much further ado, I'm going to introduce the next set of session that is coming up. It's my pleasure to welcome Abhilash Sane. Abhilash, thank you for joining us today. He was the best adjudicator for COPD, APD, BITS Pilani, apart from being the winner in the National All School PD in 2020. He was one of the chair for the junior most category. So Abhilash, thank you so much for taking the time. I can see the children have given you a tough time, and I'm really proud of them to do that. Along with him, we have first Devika coming in and taking on the session. She's the head of our social media. She is the face behind the digital presence of IDL across our Instagram and LinkedIn. We are just watching Twitter, so we're not on Twitter right now. I'm still watching Mr. Musk. Having enjoyed research in digital world thoroughly across pharma, edtech, and fashion, Devika has always had a fine eye to identify what resonates with Generation Z. So thank you, Devika, for the zing and the cool factor. I hand this session over to you to take this forward.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that delightful introduction. And I would just take a second and share my screen. I hope my screen is visible and I am audible to all of you.
Yeah.
Great. So before I start, I would like to wish all of you a very happy Children's Day. You all have been debating today on your special day, and kudos to that. And as ma'am said, you have to give me big smiles all the time because I'm capturing you. So after so many days of hustle, the moment for which we all have been waiting has finally arrived. The day we get to know who is going to take home the ultimate title of Ideal 2.0 winners. So just before we start that, we would like to thank all these schools for their active and enthusiastic participation in Ideal 2.0. The space was limited though, but the diversity was huge. And when we say diversity, we are proud to share that all the regions of India have come together and took part in Ideal 2.0. With that being said, I would further like to quickly share the leaderboards state-wise, which involves the top 10 states, followed by the junior category leaderboard, followed by the middle school grade category leaderboard, and finally the senior ones. So I could sense a lot of excitement and nervousness, which must be running past every one of you to just finally know who has won ultimately, right? And it's time that we start with the first grade categories, 4 to 6, who are the youngest but yet the most power-packed ones. So without any further ado, I would like to request Abhilash sir to come and share his final feedback, followed by the final verdict. So Abhilash sir, it would be lovely to hear you. We are all yours.
Yes, thank you so much. Firstly, I think I'm exceptionally grateful, to even be here, mostly because like these are easily one of the like best schools debates that I've seen, and especially the kind of like arguments that sort of came up within today's debates were absolutely astounding that you don't even see in a lot of like, university debaters in today's debating circuits. So before I move on to feedback, there are some things that I want to say. First is that irrespective of the verdict of like say any of these categories, know that you had to come till here, and that itself must have been a struggle. And irrespective of the verdicts or irrespective of the results, like you should be happy with yourselves. You should be more than happy with yourselves that you made it this far. So a very good job on like giving it your best, giving it your all, and coming so far. So I think the first thing in terms of feedback is, or like the first thing in terms of what I saw within the junior category debate, and that we did recognize is the maturity of the arguments, right? Mind you, these are fourth to sixth graders, and the motion asked both the teams to either defend, saying either defend the fact that people have to leave the country, or like do you want them to stay back within the country for whatever reasons. So the kind of maturity of the arguments themselves were quite astounding in terms of like them talking about things like education, things like employment, things like going ahead like and talking about things like remittances. A lot of these words, like I'm sure they wouldn't even learn it, like even if they like finish all the way to like finish schooling all the way to the 12th grade. So which is just like so nice to see because of all the effort that's gone into preparing for this debate. And there is one thing and only one thing that sort of ended up deciding this debate, and the only reason it came down to that one thing was because of how extremely close it was, which is to say that it came down to like the kind of exclusivity that existed like are you likely to leave, say, when on government side, like if you end up getting better education system, better like say job profiles in India, are you likely to leave then, or are you likely to say stay back then? So in terms of exclusivity, that's all this kind of debate boiled down to. So I'm not going to keep you guys waiting any longer. And the winner of the junior category between Maharashtra and Delhi was side opposition, which is Delhi. And congratulations to the winners and commiserations to the runners.
I'm sorry, my computer like disconnected for a moment. Could you please repeat the winner?
It's right in front of you. If you can see the screen, it's Delhi.
Well, congratulations, Team Delhi, for becoming the ultimate champion. And kudos to all the efforts of Team Maharashtra for giving Team Delhi a tough fight. With that being said, it would now be my pleasure to start off with the award ceremony. The very first award being the special shout out states. We have Mir Seher from Jammu and Kashmir. Congratulations, Mir. The next up, we have Ayman from Telangana. Congratulations, Ayman. The next, we have Abhinanda Chatterjee from West Bengal. The next up is Shri Pathvi from Uttar Pradesh. The next up we have is Niranjana Mahesh from Tamil Nadu. The next up is Adya Sinha from Madhya Pradesh. And the next one is Kainath from Chhattisgarh. Congratulations all the participants for representing your states and making them proud. Moving on to the next award category, which is the best school performance. And the award goes to Padma Sheshadri Bala Bhavan, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. That is the PSBB school. Congratulations. The next award category is largest delegation. And the award goes to Jabberwocky Studio, New Delhi. Congratulations so much. Oh, with that, I think it's time for the grade 7 to 9 to keep their fingers crossed, as we are soon going to find out who is the ultimate champion of this grade category. Before that, I would just now like to hand over the floor to our chief educator, Nate, and Afreen ma'am. So it would be my pleasure to introduce you to Nate, who has been WSDC 2021 Breaking Team Slovenia with 7th best ELF speaker at WSDC. He has also been the Jutoma 2021 Breaking Team Octo's first EFL First Open. Nate has also been in WSDC Paris, 5 and round chair, judging all break rounds, chairing quarters, judging grand finals. He has also been in Harvard College World School Debate Invitational 2021, 24th Open Speaker, 2nd EFL. He has also been a part of the Prague 2021 Breaking Team Quarters, 1st EFL, and Qatar 2021 Breaking Team Octo's 5th EFL. Thank you so much, Nate, for joining us today. And the next up, we have the debater with not only one, but multiple WSDC DS breaks, which is Afreen Khan. She has been the WUDC breaking educator and deft practitioner of multiple formats, from parliamentary debates to international public policy tournaments. She has also been the World University Debating Championship breaking judge in 2021, judged national finals of Doxbridge WSDC and multiple outrounds across the global, including international tournaments like International Economic Open London, Pan-African University Debate Championship, and was WSDC tournament by Ministry of Education Singapore in 2022. Thank you so much for joining us, Afreen ma'am. And with that, I would now hand over the room to you.
Thank you so much, Devika, for that introduction. I would now request Nate to share with us the verdict and a small feedback. Over to you, Nate.
I was gonna also have a kind of introduction, but Abhilash kind of stole it from me. I would like to say congratulations to both teams and to what of emotion that demanded so much from both teams. Again, we heard everything from economic benefits to superpower development. It was an amazing round. It was very close, but arguably there's only one winner. And how did we kind of see the debate go? And what did we decide on? We kind of went on to the framing and narrative of how the debate played out, specifically into what do we credit proposition and what do we credit opposition. So for proposition, we saw a buttload of arguments that were amazing, that had constructive argumentation, and we had a lot of economic and military arguments. But there was just one crucial factor that was missing, for example, from government, and it was the assumption of neighborhood alliances and why neighboring countries would all of a sudden forget all of their historic failures and all of their discrepancies and the asymmetry of power they represent. And secondly, we also saw that there was a huge argument about where do you have dependency and is that dependency crucial? Proposition gave us a lot of arguments about dependency on superpowers, while opposition told us that this dependency is based on smaller neighboring countries who do not have the might to have economic superpower and are dependent themselves onto others. And thus, weighing between those two and considering the harms and benefits, we as a panel decided to give it to the side of opposition. So Delhi, congratulations and commiserations to proposition.
Thank you so much, Nate. I believe this feedback would really help the students and debaters. So congratulations to Team Delhi and commiseration to team which did not win, but I think it was a really good match to watch. All right, let's move on towards other awards that are still pending and there are more to come. So I'll be announcing the best speaker, which are grade-wise. First, starting from the best speakers, there are top 3 speakers from 4th grade. The first best speaker is Mahiman from Team Punjab. The second best speaker is Ananya Kulkarni from Team Uttar Pradesh. The third best speaker is a tie between Sharmila from Team Punjab and Arunodaya from Team Uttar Pradesh and Rishika from Team Uttar Pradesh. Congratulations to all those juniors. They were the most junior speakers from this tournament. They were from 4th grade. They did absolutely amazing. Congratulations to everybody. Moving on to the top 3 speakers from 5th grade. The first best speaker is Ahana Mulchandani from Team Delhi. Congratulations. The second best speaker is Samya Mehrodra from Team Karnataka. Congratulations to you too. The third best speaker is Anaga Nair from Team Karnataka. Congratulations, Anaga. Congratulations to all those from 5th grade. Moving on to top 3 speakers from 6th grade. The first best speaker is Nirvi Gupta from Team Haryana. Congratulations. The second best speaker is Pranya Nath from Team Delhi. Congratulations. Third best speaker is Ahan Alubalia from Team Delhi. Oh, it is a tie again. So third best speaker is Anshuman from Madhya Pradesh as well. And Rishan Sethi from Team Delhi. Congratulations to all those from 6th grade. Very, very good run. Now moving on to the top 3 speakers from 7th grade, starting from the first best speaker. First best speaker is Sudarshan Mani.
Excuse me, who's the first best speaker in 5th grade?
It was you, Ahana. All right, starting from the first best speaker is Sudarshan Manikantan from Team Maharashtra. Congratulations. The second best speaker is a tie between Samya from Team Delhi and Arna Rajput from Team Telangana. Congratulations. The third best speaker is Ahana Bagaria from Team West Bengal. Congratulations to all those from Team 7th grade. Moving on to the top 3 speakers of 8th grade. Starting from the first best speaker is Varnika Kothari from Maharashtra. Congratulations. Second best speaker is Advait Datta Reddy from Team Karnataka. Congratulations to you too. The third best speaker is Arav Jain from Team Delhi. Congratulations, Arav. And congratulations to all those from 8th grade. Moving on to top 3 speakers of 9th grade. Starting from the first best speaker was Aditya Kamath from Team Maharashtra. The second best speaker was Ayman Ahmed from Team Karnataka. And the third best speaker was Sanvi Subhash from Team Tamil Nadu. Congratulations. Moving on to the top 3 speakers from 10th grade. Starting from the first best speaker was Sambhav Jain from Team Haryana. Congratulations, Sambhav. The second best speaker was Priyanshi, again from Team Haryana. Congratulations. And the third best speaker was also from Team Haryana. Congratulations, Anvi Kumar as well. Congratulations to the entire Team Haryana. Moving on to the top 3 speakers from 11th grade. Starting from the first best speaker is Vyas D. Karthik from Team Tamil Nadu. The second best speaker is Zaina Dhillon from Team Punjab. And the third best speaker is a tie between Janisha Karan from Team Jammu and Kashmir and Guhan Madhu from Team Tamil Nadu. Congratulations to speakers from 11th grade. Moving on to the last grade category, that is top 3 speakers from 12th grade. Starting from the first best speaker was Nandana from Team Tamil Nadu. Congratulations, Nandana. The second best speaker was Atharva Joshi from Team Gujarat. Congratulations. And the third best speaker was Heral Dubey from Team Maharashtra. Congratulations to all the best speakers from the grades. Now we are going to move forward to the overall best speakers of the entire tournament, which is going to be grade-wise, starting from seniors category. So the overall best speaker in the seniors category and the entire tournament is Sambhav Jain from Team Haryana. Congratulations. Now, the overall best speaker from middle category was Varnika Kothari from Team Maharashtra. Congratulations to Varnika Kothari as well. And the best speaker in juniors category was a tie between Samya Mehrotra from Team Karnataka, Nirvi Gupta from Team Haryana, Ahana Mulchandani from Team Delhi, and Pranya Nath from Team Delhi as well. Congratulations. Moving on, I think it's time to hear the last announcement. That is the most important announcement, that is who won the seniors category. But to do so, I would like to introduce you to the third chief adjudicator. That is Calix Bucher. He is an extremely amazing debater. He has been able to break in several major tournaments, starting from being ESL Grand Finalist in WUDC 2022 to being quarterfinalist in EUDC 2019. He has a couple of other achievements too. He has judged 15 plus tournaments, and we are extremely grateful to have him judge this debate. Thank you so much, Calix, for joining us. And I would now be handing over the floor to Nitiksha, who is the lead trainer at Ogli and also a proud one, because the teams who has been trained by Nitiksha has gone to prestigious tournaments like Dogsbridge, Paris Worlds, etc. She herself ensures practice makes a man or a person perfect, and therefore has also broken in multiple competitions. And recently she has broken in Bits Pilani this weekend, and SRCC the last weekend. She has emerged as the winner at IIM Ahmedabad Red Brick debate this month. So over to you, Nitiksha. Thank you so much.
All right, I think over to Calix to announce the senior category winners first, and then on to other things, please.
All right, then I will take over. So first of all, I have to echo the words of Abhilash and Nate. We were blessed with an excellent debate on an incredibly difficult topic that I am very certain I would have seen plenty of university debaters absolutely butcher, which you haven't, which already is incredibly impressive, especially at your age. Just as a small reminder, the motion was, this House, as India, will discontinue its oil imports from Russia on Western advice. So already a lot of things going on, an incredibly complex debate, and for that we saw an incredibly good debate. So even if I'm going to now announce a winner and a loser, you all performed excellently and impressively, and we genuinely were quite blown away and enjoyed this debate greatly. So what do we see happening? So basically proposition gave us a strong case about why India should care about a moral imperative in order to and therefore should take a humanitarian stance, and therefore kind of redefine its neutrality in a way that specifically highlights humanitarian issues in which it would become unshakable. They tied this to India trying to achieve energy independence by stopping those oil imports and ultimately focusing on renewables. From the opposition side, we got a great case that focused on where the responsibilities of the Indian state crucially lie, particularly in terms of its people, and then made a good solid case on why the stability caused by the higher oil and gas prices, plus made a good case about how the relationship would be strained with Russia in the midterm, and ultimately why they even gave us great characterizations on why the United States and EU trade, how those relationships are unlikely to be harmed by their still continuing to trade with Russia. We thought that, plus mustn't forget, one incredibly crucial point that we also thought was very smart, that we also saw in opposition, was tying back this as a political move to the current government and how that may relate to the mandate that the BJP has, and thereby might contradict it, causing internal chaos and plus, of course, like a legitimacy coming into question. We thought this was super fascinating. Ultimately, we settled on a unanimous verdict of the winning team being, from side opposition, Haryana. Massive congratulations. Specifically, we found particularly convincing how they were able to negotiate every different relationship and provide fantastic characterizations of how those relationships would look in a way that we thought was more plausible ultimately than proposition, where we still had some open questions in how this humanitarian principle actually gets fulfilled through their actions. So here, in terms of positive feedback, try to make it a little bit clearer on how this change in stance will ultimately really translate into Russia changing its mind and changing its policies, thereby kind of getting a little bit closer to the impacts. That being said, fantastic speeches all around, impressive debate, and massive congratulations to Haryana, our champions of the senior category of this entire tournament. Here.
Thank you so much, Alex, for that verdict and the justification of the verdict. All right. So at the outset, when we announced Ideal was going to happen, we also promised that this was going to be an entryway for like a bigger platform's access, which is to say that ISDS holds their national camp through which they select their WSDC Indian contingent. So the people who are advancing to that national camp for ISDS from Ideal, because of how well performing they were here, are as follows. The finalists of Ideal 2.0, which were like Team Delhi from the 10th to 12th grade, Team Haryana 10th to 12th grade again, Team Telangana 7th to 9th grade, and Team Delhi 7th to 9th grade. All of you proceed to the ISDS National Camp, 11 of you, which means. On to the next slide, please. As for the semi-finalists of Ideal 2.0, they also get to proceed to the national camp that was just being talked of, which means Team Gujarat 10th to 12th, Team Jammu and Kashmir 10th to 12th, Team Karnataka 7th to 9th, Team Maharashtra 7th to 9th. Massive congratulations, you guys. All right, on to the top speakers who are also proceeding to the ISDS National Camp selections besides the teams that I just declared, starting with Vyas from Tamil Nadu, followed by Sanvi Subhash from Tamil Nadu, Niranjan Mahesh, again Tamil Nadu, Guhan, Samarth from Karnataka, Srinidhi from Tamil Nadu, Avni, Rajasthan, Zaina, Punjab, Kainath, Chhattisgarh, Manishka, Karnataka, Avni from Rajasthan. On to the next slide, please. Dia from Rajasthan, Arna from Delhi, Siddharth from Haryana, Fatima from Haryana, Shivansh from Haryana, Manan from Punjab, Dia from Telangana, Ahana from West Bengal, Rhythm from Chhattisgarh, Mohammad Mustafa from Telangana. And as for the special mentions, people who strived really hard to get through like the ISDS national camp selection, but couldn't quite possibly make it this year around, just like commiserations, but also like special mention for their efforts here. 12th graders who were like Nimyathar Jyotishi, Kashish Malhotra, Nandana, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing any of their names, Herald, Yashvi, and Kushagra, congratulations, everyone, for your efforts. On to the next slide. All right, so we had this program wherein we had selected ambassadors who would be able to proliferate the culture of debating to various states in the country. And we ended up having the best ambassador based on how much they were able to encourage their peers to come join IDEAL and just like celebrate this culture of debating, which we're trying to proliferate to the best of our ability. So the winner happens to be Veer Kapoor. Massive congratulations if you're here around. And now, as for the conclusion to Ideal 2.0, I'd like to request Kamal sir to take over. He's the CTO and co-founder at Ogly and has created the Ogly Learning app. Previously, he's worked with AcadView, acquired by Upgrad, and Navgurukul, one of the biggest non-profit organizations in higher education in India at this point. And prior to this, he's worked in like the B2B commerce space. So over to you, please. Thank you.
And I'm just hoping maybe we can unmute and just give a quick round of applause. It was odd to sort of do it online and not hear you guys, but congratulations to all the winners, to everybody else. It's an ongoing journey that you will be on with us. And we know this by experience. So I know we'll see you around as well. But Kamal, over to you. We want to hear about the lot of skills that you've been building for all the debaters. Over to you, please.
When will we be allowed to ask questions?
So Lachelle, yes, but let us just quickly finish this. If you want to stay back a little, very happy to hear your questions as well. Yes, Advait, were you raising your hand?
Did the semi-finalists get into national camp?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yes, Kamal sir is just taking over. So Kamal, over to you.
Only the finalist, which means the team which debated today, will go directly to the national camp. The rest of you have to do the quiz before entering to the national camp, which will be conducted in December. Is that clear, Advait? That was your question. So clarification again. Only the finalists will reach the national camp directly. Other has to go through the multiple quiz that will be conducted, and you will get.
This is all for the seniors, right?
It's for 7th to 9th and 10th to 12th. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Team Delhi, you go to National Camp Chennai. Yes. So best of luck for the ISTS national selection from there. Now coming to what we are doing at Ogly, which is so one part, as you see in the debating, is Indian Debating League that we conduct, like biggest tournament in India. What we see that in debate you have both the sides, correct, prop, opponent, and similarly in the world when you go out you will find that you are believers, non-believers. There are optimistic people, pessimistic, explorer, exploiters. But when we look at our greatest minds across the world, the fascination that they draw, from what they draw fascination come primarily from the fiction world and the non-fiction. I guess debating so perfectly well for the non-fiction world, what you need to prioritize, what are the challenges, how to solve. That's one part I guess we are doing very well. And we are able to inspire these students and they do amazingly well. Ideal is one reflection, and student going to international tournament is another reflection. The second, which is, where Anjali mentioned about the idea of lot of skills, is the fact that we characters, Electromagneto, which has its own gravity force and combine a lot of skills together. We have Knowledge Surfer, which kind of can read all the things in the world in a span of seconds, and will went on to different universe. And then we have a Cristallo, it's like a sporting character, and then we have Ultimate Debate Ninja, which is inspired by all of you debaters, which come together in world to focus on something which urgently need to be solved. And all the finalists which are there will receive a token of appreciation with these characters at their homes in coming weeks. So have a look at them, and we will be sharing stories about this further on our social media about the launch of Ogly Universe, what we call this. And there are multiple characters, and few of them already being inspired by you, and obviously we will add much more to that. And as the last point, as Afreen mentioned, that the people trained by Natiksha has reached to the very higher stages of the international tournament. But as we are back to the offline events, we're going to select our team for Oxford, Harvard, and Stanford online. For WSDC tournament, Ideal will serve as the performance ground, which means that if you reach to the semi-final, finals, you are likely to be part of that team. For the other formats, which is British Parliamentary, Lincoln Douglas, Public Forum, Policy Forum, you will get to know how we're going to select the teams. And last, thanks a lot for debaters, parents, schools, teachers, everyone to be part of this ideal journey. And from here on, we take the flight to making it more international. We're going to host international debating tournament in India. So looking forward for all your support going forward. Now we can have questions if student have.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
May we ask for the? May I ask for the final scores in the debate and feedback, please?
Okay, so there were no scores in the finals, but there is for sure you can take the feedback. We did have like best speaker as well, so you can ask them for that as well. So yeah, over to the judges.
We did have 3 debates in a row. So please, when you ask a question, try to ask a specific question. Plus, please tell us which position you had on which debate, so we can quickly find you in our notes.
May I suggest one thing, Lachelle? Maybe Kamal, you can just put Lachelle on a breakout room for a specific feedback. If some of you have more questions on the feedback, we are happy to take that on the breakout room as well. Because it's sort of, we want to make sure that it is a learning experience for all. But with that, Aditya, yes, do you also have a question on your feedback?
Yes, that all, and also, could you please repeat the process for the selection of the national camp for the semi-finalists?
Yeah,
I didn't quite catch that.
Kamal, can you just repeat that the ISDS national camp selection, the one that you clarified with respect to the finalists and the semi-finalists, please?
The national camp of ISDS.
Yeah, Kamal, can you just go again? We just lost you in 10 seconds.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yeah.
The finalist teams which debated today reached directly to the national camp. The semi-finalists, the other 2 teams, will go to the selection as the quizzing stage. So that means you have to do the quizzing before reaching to the national selection or the national camp.
Thank you so much.
With that, thank you so much for all of you for joining in. We will close. Yes, Lachelle, I'm coming to you. We'll close the closing ceremony, and I'm happy to take any questions that you may have on the verdict and feedback.